Hello everyone, I'm back with my iPad. Wish I could have done this last week so you could have seen me sketching the scene drawings, but we're here today. I hope the music isn't too loud for you. I hope my microphone isn't too loud. I'm actually planning to buy a new one because the quality of this one no longer satisfies me. So, welcome everyone. Welcome everyone who's watching this live stream. Welcome everyone who's watching this recording. My name is Kata. I'm a student of Animation Club.School. I'm here from our lovely Discord channel where we hang around, do challenges, and one of the most recent upcoming challenges we have on our Discord server is actually getting a free review from one of our mentors on visual development, and it's going to be a review for your Spider Sona. Based on the movies Spider-Man, like Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, as I figured the names are like that. So I'm gonna make a Spider Sona. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be included, depending on how many works we will get. But if you want to get a free review from one of our mentors, hop on to the Discord server. The links, I think there are below, but anyways, I'm definitely going to include them if they're not there, but 99% chance that they already are in the description. So I did this little animation just as a little warm up in between like checking sound and doing everything. So yeah, basically I'm very happy because I finally managed to connect my iPad and I can work in a more familiar setting to me because TV Paint is very good. I like it very much, but it's just more fluid, I think, in Group Studio Paint. But most of the features I use are the same for, so I'm not making very long animations. I'm mostly using this for 5-Minute Friday or doing something on the side. Like on the side, I'm doing this little thing. I want to show you because I want to brag because no one's going to stop me, and that's what I'm going to do. I did this little explosion just a while back ago. It's going to be like a whole character behind them. It's going to have like a whole background and everything, but basically it's very, very comfortable for me for like short animation stuff. Plus I'm very mobile. I can do it anywhere. And that's why I got so used to it. I got like really, really spoiled. So today we're going to talk about acting. And acting in animation is like one of the most, if not most important part. Even if you're doing special effects or stuff like that, even like elements, even wind is a character of their own, and they could have their own thoughts, feelings, and you could show all of it, through different timings and spacings, and just showcasing your character from a different way. So basically, I did this little exercise. I'm going to show you some of the examples. I'm just going to talk about how I made the different jumps, different ways, why I did them that way, and you could try and do something like this on your own, and you could even share it. So I'm going to show some examples that I did beforehand, and the last example we're going to do here on the stream. So that's why I got the music, because I'm probably going to be very concentrated, especially during like drawing phase. So I want to be not as boring. So here we go. This is just a basic jump I animated. This is just a little tadpole, kind of reminiscent of a tadpole I did on the first course of the first course. There was this exercise basically to make your pillow smash something and turn into a creature, and I had like a giant tadpole for some reason because they were like very easy to draw, because I managed to do all of these I think in less than maybe 2 hours, I think, even less because I was doing it very nonchalantly. So the task is to give a character some time and place to give a little hop. Here I made like one big hop, and the second one is more of a like easing out for the character. He just moves around so we could kind of understand his volume, and that's it. But you don't necessarily have to draw everything in this like normal, simple fashion. You can add some emotion to it, especially if your character is experiencing any kind of emotions. So, say if our tadpole, who's already like very young, very cute, um, would we would want him to make even more energetic and happy. Boom, see what I did? Happy. Um, I would basically start from the same place. I would try to use the same placements. Of course, some of the stuff would be different, but the difference between like a normal jump for like this little tadpole and a happy jump is just to make it a bit more energetic, and the second part of the bounce would be a bit more prominent. So he liked making it on purpose. So if we compared two, we could see how the lower one, the happy little tadpole, is a lot more energetic and bouncy. And of course, it's all through, it's all through timing and spacing. But I'll give stronger squashes and stretches for the more energetic jump, so the brain could kind of feel that the movement is a much more prominent. I could also do, let's do this one. I could do a surprised character. No! I'm sorry. I think I did it the wrong way. No! Okay. Again, I didn't do it again. Sorry. Yeah, surprised. Very good presentation. In this case, I would go all into squashing and stretching and changing the character physical appearance, because in surprise, like in surprisement, the character being scared or like jumping out of something, I would try to emphasize how fast it moves. So basically, if we press play, the character still does this big jump, but now his eyes are focused on this one point that scared him, and you can see here how much I stretch him over here. So we can see this really fast movement and then the fallout. And in the end, I wanted to make him a bit more playful and give it even a bit of like a cat-like persona. And that's why I wanted to use the tail and emphasize that he's very interested about something that he saw, and not necessarily, scared. To note how it looked like. And if we're comparing this to the rest of the characters, I could give you like a couple of loops just so you could see the difference. They're all doing the same jump on the same space in the same time, but the message you convey through these like very simple and sometimes a little bit even subtle changes, they show, through the sum of its parts, I would say. So just give you a little moment and a little bit moment for me to kind of give myself a breather. And not every motion has to be positive. Of course, I did a couple of more negative ones because it's like also really, really important. So I started with an angry one. And this one, it looks a bit weird because it's very hard for me to imagine this like little cute tadpole who has like two big beady eyes and like this little cute body to be very angry. So I tried to also incorporate this kind of a different animal, something more of a dog. like I try to include more cat-like features in a tadpole when I'm using surprise. So here also they're doing this one simple jump. But here when he jumps, I wanted to emphasize the jumps with him opening his mouth, also almost like trying to bite onto something. Chomp, chomp. Yeah, you can see the difference. And of course, I wanted to again show a bit of volume, and I hope I managed. I wanted to turn him to the side. Also, like it feels like he's guarding something as well, protecting. Again, I'll show you all of them, all of the tadpoles together, except for the last one, but it's the simplest one, I think. So it won't take as much time. And afterwards, I'm going to create another space and we're going to make basically a more interesting jump compared to our normal one. So the last one I did, let me see, the sad one. And it's the simplest because sad tadpoles probably don't have a lot of energy to jump around, to move and like dash and do all this stuff. So their jump is going to be very limpy. And in the end, I did this very like small, pathetic jump, and then I just let him slide to the end of the line. So if we're talking about like looking at him separately, just so you can get like a closer look, there we go. So my camera wouldn't be bothering you. Yep. And with all of them together, these little tadpoles would look like this. So as I said, all the changes are not very out there. It's basically like my rough draft. Some of them like I had to redo just because they were a bit weird looking, especially the angry one because they're using like teeth, and I didn't include them in most designs. But you can convey a bunch of different emotions just by adjusting some of things. So I want to make a more interesting jump, and I want this jump to tell even a little, but something about the character or like the story or basically what his kind of desires. So my idea of making this normal jump a bit more interesting and not just, you know, code one emotion. We can also make it, you know, something more complex with more than one emotion. I wanted actually to try upgrading him through this idea that he's trying to get something, like maybe he's trying to bother a fly or like a little fish, and he's trying to pounce on her. So it's going to use a bunch of elements from all of these emotions I prepared beforehand, probably without the sad one. It's basically going to be probably like an excited jump, and it's probably going to take a bit from the angry emotion I did and from the surprising one, especially the feline like features, because I want the little tadpole to pounce. I would say on a little fish because they're all flowing underwater. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to make these less visible because that's not going to be very comfortable for me. And I'm going to duplicate. Oh, I can make it simpler like this. And I duplicate and put it over here. So we could have all of them together as 6 little tadpoles. And usually the first thing I do when I try to plan out a little animation is I actually put everything down on one layer first. I'm trying to wing something. So of course I'll go for the first image, let's say. And just as the rest of them, the tadpole has to turn. Now, here we go. Mm-hmm. Maybe something like this. And if I don't have a reference on hand, I try to create my own, but here I'm not ready to do that on camera yet. So I just will try to imagine what would be like if there was like a little fish here and this little tadpole would want to ambush it. So it probably would move uh, right behind the fish, and I'll try to be as sneaky as possible. So he'll try to probably stick to the ground, looking up. Maybe it's like super rough. I'm just trying to kind of imagine what the arcs would be. Then it'll probably make a quick jump. And I didn't want to use just like a simple circle. There's a reason why I wanted to use a tadpole shape, mainly because it has a very simple structure, but through the tail you can show volume, overlaps, and all these kind of little nuances. You can, it can be difficult to show if you're just doing it through a regular model. I'm saying this because I actually tried to do it with just like a dot, trying to make the dot happy or like make it angry or sad. And yeah, it didn't work out. It didn't look really good. I want to use something to have like at least one limb for emoting and doing all the stuff. So here we'll have a pose where we'll maybe try to scare the fish or like eat it. You can maybe eat it. Maybe that could be like a fly. Yeah, a simple way you could probably put it as like a hunting tadpole. Here we go. We'll probably jump like this. And because I don't want to show like a lot of blood, like I don't want to show bloodshed. I want the fly to get away. I want him to miss probably and go into this position. Maybe we can make him look directly into the camera. His angle be shown like this, squashed, and then we can go from here. Now, I'll try sketching some of the key poses. Yeah, maybe a little bit angry. Sports mode. This. And let's actually end with another pose. Probably want to change them like 180 degrees. There we go. What would a good pose for him would be? Would he be sad, happy, or sad if he lost the fly? Let's make him sad. Let's see, will that work? Ooh. Mm-hmm. Let's make a breakdown somewhere in the middle. How would he try to catch a fly? Make him like this. Why not? Mm. Maybe I'll turn him and move him over here. It's almost like a shark. It looks like a fin, not like a tail. But I'll leave it like that. I think give him character. For now. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's add a sneaking pose over here. Like this. And he has to be very cheeky about it. Mm-hmm. Also, when I animate and do like roughs, I adjust stuff through transforms a lot. I don't care. No one can stop me. It's not really useful. It's not really beneficial, like in the long run, to do like subtle moves through stuff like that. But if it gets the job done, that's what our tool's for, I guess. Oop. Yeah, this looks a bit better. I'm kind of sensing jumping, but I would definitely change the creepy mouth like this. No, like this. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oop. Yes, I think this looks better. Mm. Let's try this. You know what would be even more funny? I don't want to make the jump. I want him actually to slip and fall, so the fly could actually escape. So let's actually change this to, say the fly would be somewhere over here. Yeah, let's make him open his mouth like really wide. Mm, let me see. What software am I using? Clip Studio Paint. It's available on PC, on tablets, iPads as well, and I think even phone. I think you can use on phone already. They made a special like easy, uh, easy mode, like simple mode, so the different tools wouldn't clog up your screen if you have a small one. But basically, I started using Clip Studio on PC, I think about a couple of years ago. I had a Krita phase, but it didn't work out. We weren't made for each other. And then I switched to Clip Studio Paint, and it was something right up my alley. They have a lot of good customizable tools, like this auto action I have here. I have a special set designed for fast um, doing very mundane, like tasks which require a lot of clicks in like one push of a button, I'd say. So very fitting for me. So yeah, Clip Studio Paint, and I think they have different. Um, they have subscriptions. I think on PC they still provide just licenses you have for a lifetime, but for tablet users they have a subscription. But I don't think it's very expensive. Not Adobe type products. Those are very expensive. Ah, Photoshop has that as well. I had no idea. Well, yeah, it's basically Photoshop, but I can take this Photoshop anywhere with me. That's why I got so used to drawing in Clip Studio. Like the mouth, but I don't like the tail. What could you do with it? Probably squish them. So I'll show you the auto action here. Also very simple to create auto actions. I don't know how you do it in Photoshop, but basically here you press a record button, you do what you need to do, and you stop the record button, and basically you have an action already programmed for you. I think it's very useful that it's so simple, because in like quick access panels and stuff like that, you have to manually go and like dig through your preferences. It's a bit more complex. Auto actions are the goat. Maybe he could. Let's squish him. So here's an action called copy frame. Bam! One button, but actually it renames the timeline, so all of the frames would be in the right order. It would create a new animation cell. It would delete the layer that's assigned to this animation cell, and it would copy the previous one. So usually in TV Paint, you do it like this, and you already have a new frame, but in Clip Studio, the timeline, I guess the way they program the timeline is a bit more complex. It allows for cool stuff, but sometimes not very intuitive. Yeah, that's the right word. Animation. to squash and stretch with tools. Okay, look at it now. Hello, Almira. Very happy to see you. Let's go. You can probably turn the timeline back to the beginning. You can see what I'm doing. But basically, just a quick reminder if there's some people who joined and don't know what's it's all about. I'm doing different kind of emotions uh, through a simple action of a jump and through a very simple model of a tadpole, and basically how you can transform one jump if you just give the some emotional, I don't know, some emotional motives, I guess, how the animation can change. Though a simple hop, like you can see over here, but a happy, energetic, and fun one. My boiler just shot out one of the parts of the. Okay. How basically the happy and sad jump are very different. Yeah, through little subtle decisions, but they change a lot. And also, here's an angry and surprised one, and I like to pair them together because an angry, I tried to do it more of a barking dog, and the surprised one is more of a like a scaredy cat. So, try to also use like different animals to try to show the emotion. Yeah, the sad one is a mood. I hope for not for very long, but for me for a couple of days as well. I've been this very sad, mushy tadpole. So, and basically I have one more place over here, and I want to try to spice up the normal jump. I want to try incorporate all of the bits and pieces from these different emotions down here uh, to basically try and to do hunting tadpole who's trying to hunt for something for the dot, but doesn't succeed even though the task is like very simple. So he'll try to crawl in the beginning, then he'll try to pounce, he'll slip like some cats slip when they try to jump and their legs give in and they just flop on the floor, and in the end I'm going to leave him sad and without the little dot. Yeah, so we can use all of the emotions and kind of try to mush them together to make this jump a bit more spicy. So I'm so glad I switched back to iPad because it's so much easier to show and animate stuff when I'm using Clip Studio. I don't know, just looks crispier. But to be honest, my tablet that I use for TV Paint is quite old, so maybe it's just I've gotten used to newer tech by now. No, I want to make him angry. Yes, crisp. There we go. And let's. Maybe we can even make the tail lower. So it'll feel like he's transferring some weight there. Yeah, like this. And then how I would imagine he would basically crawl, like sneak up. Then he would, when he would jump, the legs I tried to emphasize a bit over here would slip and move back. So I think that way his head, we can even, probably eye will be somewhere here. And you're like, oh, oh no. Yeah, maybe like this. Uh-huh. And the tail, no. Like this, maybe? This one is a very different shape from where we came from. We will have to make this one like this. Probably like this. Yeah, I got the idea. I just have to redo it. Oh yes, it's a very nice brush. I've recently found it. It has one of the things I really like is the edge, but also it's very good at stabilizing. I have no idea how to share this brush, but if I will, I'll share. I'll give the tag. I don't know if you could see the name, but I can't read it, so I won't be able to share it myself. Maybe you can find the place where I downloaded it. It's on the Clip Studio, like not shop, but like with the market they have with all of this like different assets and stuff. Yeah, and also has this like stabilizing feel from like a Macromedia Flash kind of vibe. I don't know. When I was animating, when I was just like doing like my own thing, when I was what, like 8 or 9, I would animate in Macromedia Flash all the time, and it would usually give this like random volume at times, especially if you try to do um, like this, like filling. It sometimes changes the lines drastically. Kind of like it. A brush with its own character. There we go. It's going to be a very low bounce. And there we go. Mm, it'll work for now. Move these out. Yeah, I think like this. This can work. Mm-hmm. Oops. Then we'll probably move the head lower down. And since the jump has a lot of energy saved up into it, it's gonna give him, I think, like a recoil, so he'll slam into the ground faster and harder. Sorry. Let's see. We're just doing the very first draft. I'm probably gonna change a lot of stuff when we'll go the second time, but And I'm gonna do a couple of poses just to kind of figure them out. Oop. Now what do I use? Ah, thank you, Carlos. That's very sweet of you to say. I like my work too a little bit. Recently, like I on my Instagram, I shared a couple of images from a project I'm working on very sparingly. It's something I want to do in like next 5 years, and I'm just trying to get the idea of it. And I posted a couple of images, and someone shared the artwork on their stories, and I was like, "Thank you so much." And they were like, "No, thank you for posting it. I found it very lovely." And I was like, "Yeah, right. That's what people do." Oh, too high. I probably have an in between frame. So we it was very fast, but I need a minute. Very important stuff. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's see. Let's actually try playing it. Uh-huh. The timing is absolutely not there. We're just looking at how it flows, like in between the frames. Is the movement there? Is it in the room with us right now? So this is probably going to be very fast. This is probably going to be like this. Okay. Is this closer to kind of what we're looking for? Sorta, but I think this ending, I think it doesn't sell it. I think we need in between frame, in between them as well. I want them. Oh, I want the contact frame. I think over here, just so like, yeah, somewhere over here. There we go. Mm-hmm. Yep, like this. Two frames, and probably gonna make one more. Giving like very small spacing, since like the movement has ended. Well, I mean, it's a rule, ease in, ease out. I don't think it works yet, but I'm just adding it so it could look a bit better. Just checking through it. You know what we're actually missing? It's my process. Like I'm thinking like, oh, I think we're missing something, and I add like a bunch of in between frames, and then I just pick out the frames I actually like that actually work, that I didn't need so many in betweens. Like I want to, yeah, want to stretch him out. He's exiting the ground, flying now. Yeah, there we go. We can actually. Okay. Did this work? Mm, maybe if we. Oops. Wrong move. Mm-hmm. Let's make them smaller. Yeah, it should be. Maybe move them like this. Yeah, this one has to be a lot smaller. Maybe actually we can delete this one. It looks so dino-y. It looks like a dino face. Like a cute Saturday morning cartoon dino face. Yep. Oh, and actually, maybe that would be funnier. Let's look through this. Hmm. Yeah, I know it's a problem. It's this one. I wrote with these frames as well. Maybe he could body slam into the ground. Yes, it's for all 5 stages of grief. That's right. What was it? Anger, bargaining, depression. Oh no, first is denial. Denial's over here still. Oof. Let's slam it. I think we can make it like this, and in between them, we can make a uh-oh face. Gotta be more surprised. Yeah, maybe like something like this. This will take a bunch of tries. By the way, tell me if the music is too loud or too quiet. I can adjust it. I tried to do a bunch of like microphone checks, and it was very unsatisfied with the sound of my microphone. But I think the music, um, I think the music is okay. Make it like this. No, these are too many different face emotions. Mm-hmm. Oof, flash them. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be long this one, and then we're gonna make the. You leave them very sad. No. Maybe something like this. And do it like this. Yeah, so like this. Hmm. Mm. Ah, I see. That's probably wrong here as well. I think this shape also throws me off. This maybe will look a bit better. Mm-mm. It'll have to be low. I wish it would be a funny ending, but I want to end with this shot somewhere around here. Almost won. Almost got it. Okay. I don't know if you've heard it or seen it. There's actually been a very interesting, uh, like visual novel. I guess you could call it a visual novel called South Scrimshaw. It's about these very interesting um, fauna on a planet. Um, it has some lore like behind it, like human colonized the planet, and then they're like having these documentaries about the animals who live there. And one of the interesting animals they're focusing on is the Brillo whale. And I got reminded because the shape is very similar. So it's basically like a whale, but if a whale could host like a bunch of different organisms on its body, like a living island, basically. And it just follows like a story of a little calf who tries to navigate like his world. It is very dangerous, very interesting. I'll share it in the Discord as well. There's not a lot of animation, but there's a very interesting, almost animated segment, a scary one. So maybe like this. He's so Eminem coded. He looks like a big Eminem. If you could be an Eminem and you could pick a color of your Eminem, what color would you be? What color do I give off? I would like to say yellow or maybe blue. Maybe a blue M&M. Yes, do you like it? It's me as an M&M. There you go. She's gonna haunt us. Aquatic M&M, yes. Thank you. Vaporwave M&M. Yeah, yellow M&Ms are goaded. Yes, they're really good. I'll keep it like this. I think I'll just move the mouth a little bit. Yes, my shoes would be definitely crazy. If I were an aquatic M&M, I would probably have these like see-throughs. Yeah. Yeah, they would have this like little band. Ooh, some Roman aquatic M&M. I gotta see how this one's. Okay, good. I think I'll delete this one, maybe. And we'll just do this. Then we'll add this frame and make it a bit smaller. I'll change the tail too. So, whoop. For a couple frames. A couple frames. Okay. And this should be a lot longer. This needs to be a lot faster. Maybe like one frame. I didn't see your animated apparition. If my aquatic M&M had like these Roman shoes and I'd have to animate them, that'd be an animated abomination. Okay. Let's add a couple frames so it wouldn't look as weird. No, you're supposed to copy frame. Oh, okay. Oops. Oops. That also didn't supposed to happen. Make them over here, and before you transform, just make them a bit bigger. Make it bigger. Oof, maybe a bit too much. I'll probably do it like this. Who knows what I'm doing? Bam. Let's see. We're getting somewhere. We just have to make the jump more prominent, maybe give more anticipation to it, and then very much under deliver. Okay, let's delete the M&M. Make this one a little bit less transparent, and let's go through the main keys. I think that would be here. Everything here is not very on model, but we're like almost there, and I want to start from fresh to have a bit better keyframes. Some of the animation I think I did on the first try, and like they worked, especially like the normal and the happy one. I would say a happy one is like a could be even like a later draft of a normal jump, because how somewhere you are. The anger one I think was the hardest. I think it went like a bunch of tries, just looking at what could work. I'm not gonna draw a mouse, nothing. I want to change the shape first, and smiley faces come second. I have to go to work. Sorry. I can put the smiley face here, just to know what side everything's supposed to be. Yeah. Oh, this one's very mischievous. Good. Okay, and the last frame would be over here. Let's check if the size is the same. Tiny bit smaller. Go down around. And what was the... Ah, okay. So maybe I could do this. Like this. Yep. There you go. I think the face is a bit too dramatic. Yeah. This looks a bit better. Even though I can be a bit less amused. More like grumpy. Yep. What would in the middle be? What would the breakdown be? I think somewhere here. I think this one. Yeah, number 8. Oh, not even 8. I think it's number 9. This one is in a very weird pose. I think when I turn him to the camera, I think it has to be thinner. That's why maybe he reminded me of an M&M shape. Like this. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Let's see. And I think very important, I think is this one, because I have absolutely no idea how to. Maybe like this. Like this. Mm. Mm. Hmm. Just thinking how to turn him so he'll look good. Hmm. Trying to imagine what that would look like. Okay. Okay. So there we go. I'm gonna give him some surprised eyes. He didn't make it. He just realized he didn't make it. Yeah, that looks good on him. Though very flat. So I think let's do it like this. And just wasn't your power. I'm not gonna stop you. Yeah. I think I have the some of my like drawings of the tadpole, like a very old version of him. Somewhere deep. No, what's present? Yeah, like this. No. I think it works a tiny bit better. Mm-hmm. Smoosh. Real bad. And smush. Yep, I think this works. Sorta. This is like this. Oh, that's an evil laugh I like. Threatening me with a good time. Uh-huh. And the tail must be in a different place. Mm-hmm. There we go. Okay, I think we have all of our keys ready. Very important stuff. I think we mapped it out real well for what we have. So let's go with the in-between. Let's start from here to over here. Yep, this one. Aw, thank you. And send me the fan art. I want to see it. You can share it in 5 Minute Friday. I'd say it's topical enough. Mm. Mm-hmm. Like that. Now I saw him give him a happy but very confused face. I think I work a bit better. Ah, is it still working? Just without the brow. He's too fixated on the fly to notice. He didn't make it. Let's see. I would say something's brewing. I don't know if you can see. Uh, Come on, show your face. This is my wolf friend. She's very camera shy. I don't know if you can see her, but she's right there. Plus, I need the break for my back. I need to stretch a little bit. So here's some entertainment for you. This is my micromanager. She's responsible for all the streams. That's why they're always late. And that's why there's no announcement. She's a very good manager. Okay, let's get back into it. 2, 3. Okay, let's do the crawling scene, and I'm gonna use the same trick because I'm getting a bit tired with easing in and easing out with just 2 keyframes. And this one, we'll copy it, we'll ease in, and in between, we'll make an original image. So the ease in and the ease out, we just copy because I'm kind of tired all the time. Yes, I think this works. Let's add one more image in between these two. Closer to the last image, I think. But I think I'll have to make it a bit less full. Gonna make him on board. Guinea. And of course, the tail. Yes. Now it's kind of cooking. Yeah, that was good. Okay, now we have to make one more frame that's gonna be quite the anticipation. Maybe I can make even 2 frames to emphasize the anticipation even more so he could look. I'm probably gonna do it like this. I'm gonna go and draw my stylus. I'm gonna go copy this frame, and I'm gonna move it just like a couple pixels forward, and I'll distort it and make it just a tiny bit bigger, and then I'm gonna add another frame where I'm gonna make an original image, but it's gonna be a very squashed down original image. Yeah, like that. The only thing I would make the tail smaller because it stretches as well and it needs to go down to have the same volume. So let's see if this works. Probably gonna make this, yeah, like this. Let's see. We're somewhere there. We're moving, we're moving. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. Yeah. It's good nothing happened. Aw, thank you, Leonardos, for sticking with us. Very grateful. Yeah, sure. Bye bye. Thank you. I'll share the result in the Discord server as well, so you'll be able to see it without clicking through the stream. Since I want to make the movement, so I want to make it a bit slower. Let's do this actually. I'll move the dot higher, anyways. Yeah. Bye bye bye. And let's copy and move it just a tiny bit so we'll have the ease in, ease out. Actually, what if I move it like this? Yes, there we go. I don't know if you can hear the dog in the background or not, but there is one. It's our neighbor's dog. I like her very much. She's very affectionate. She likes to bark at stuff. But I don't mind. Yep. And maybe we need an in-between, like very quick frame on contact, maybe? Just like, oh, I've landed. Yeah, I'm a bit sad for him. It should have ended like this. Let's see. Sorta. It almost, I think, it almost has the comedic timing I need. Maybe this frame should just hang around just a little longer. What did I plan with originally? Okay. Let's see if it will work. Hmm. Oof, that's a that's a contortion. It's not very round, but whatever. Sorry. Ooh. Smaller. Or no, just a tiny bit. Yep. Like this. Over here. Just copying what I did previously. It looks straight at us, actually. I don't know if it's very noticeable that I make the faces that I draw. And with smaller spacing, with just a little turn. Okay, let's see what we have now. Almost, I think almost, just the timing's off. Maybe Since his eyes are going to be over here. Yeah, that's a hard turn. A lot of stuff to think about. I think we still have about a half an hour left, so I think we have enough time to finish it off and kind of see what we did. Over here. Let's see. How about now? I've just realized that we can't actually hear the music because I turned the round screen on. No! Do you still want the oh, whatever. I'm gonna use it for next time then. How does that happen? Because I was testing my mic on a different scene in OBS. It just let's make the spacing of these smaller so it'd be easier to read it. Oh, this one's better. Maybe I'll change this one to more of a yeah, something like this. I think we just don't have enough time to properly do it. Let's see. Actually, sorry. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm messing up the timeline. I'll pull it up just for you. Yeah, I think this one, we don't need it. Well, actually, what we need almost, I think. Something's definitely cooking. Now, let's check it out. Oof. Last one is a bit too hard. I guess so. Does it work? Does it not? You tell me. I think it works pretty well. Maybe I would change some stuff. Just I'd have more time because I'm using 2 seconds specifically. It's a TV paint issue. If I want to make it longer, I can't just loop everything else. So I'm gonna stick to 2 seconds. But I think what we have here works pretty well. You can feel the tumble. The tail tells kind of where the volume is. You have we have pretty good emotions right here. I think this is a very good slide under. Good anticipation and jump. These frames, questionable, but they get the job done. And I think that's what's the most important. I think I would only change the tail over here. But everything else, I think works great. Hup, hup. Yep. I think that's pretty good. So here are the differences between a normal jump and a jump we decided to spice up, give them purpose. So where the normal word is, I'm gonna hide all of my unnecessary windows so you can actually properly see it. So where you see the normal, it was the original jump I did yesterday evening just to make a jump. without any purpose, just as a piece of movement. Afterwards, I'm just going through all of this stuff, so we could probably wrap it up in a nice way. So after that, the normal jump, I've decided what can we do to make the jump more fun? Can we add any emotions to it? Turns out we very much can. We can make him happy by getting more energetic. We make the jumps higher. We make the squash and stretch more noticeable. And we're giving a more happy expression on the face because we as well have that. And instead of the first one where the normal jump is, on the second one you can see how the bounce is much more deliberate, like he's just bouncing off, playing with someone. We can try and make the jump angry, and I try to almost make it like a dog trying to like barking at someone. You can almost see how you roof roof goes like when he opens his mouth, and that was one of the reasons why I opened the mouth, because it gave more pronounced movement. Like the scream is like ripping out of him while he's jumping. You can make someone surprised as well, as I used dog-like features in the angry one. I tried to use some cat-like features on this example. So he sees something, he gets scared. That's why there's like a lot of movement. It's very fast. And then I end up with this little cattail, just kind of checking out the vibe. And of course, a sad one that I always show last because I think it's pretty simple. I try to make him less energetic and make him even a bit more pathetic. So you could say it's him after we did this exercise. And in this exercise, I wanted to use all the emotions I did beforehand to try to combine them and make this movement with a purpose. And the movement with a purpose was trying to catch the little dot that was like a fly, a fish, whatever that can be. And here we did the same thing. Well, I did, you watched me do it. We try to use a little bit of anger, a little bit of excitement, and give a good like slide down to the target. And we gave a lot of anticipation, but not a lot of jump. So here you can see how bouncy he is, but he didn't bounce really, really far. And then I just give him a little twirl, just so it wouldn't look as boring. But I think I'll clean it up and I'll showcase the clean version of this movement, maybe with even a bit more time as a result. So you could try doing this at home as well. You can just draw a little tadpole with a little tail and cute big eyes, and try to make him do certain movements with different kind of emotions. You have everything you need to showcase these emotions. You have a very animated face, you have a body you can stretch and you can warp, and you have a tail to show the volume, movement, secondary action, anything you kind of the base, the foundation you need to practice. You can use like a simple tadpole for it. Of course, you could go into more complex shapes, but I think it would be, for me personally, it would be impossible to, impossible, maybe like in a couple of years when I come back to the stream, I find it, and I was like, oh, how cute, she was doing just little tadpoles, look how much we can do now. But tadpoles are a good enough exercise to me to still keep it fun without making it too complicated. So I think that will be it for the stream today. I'm very, very happy that there are actually people who are still sitting and listening to me right now. I'm very sorry there wasn't any music. and that the microphone might be a little wonky today. So see you this Friday, this Sunday on our weekly figure drawing studies. They're very good. I like them really much. I've been to 2 of them, and they're very, very intense. You have to draw about 20 figures, and each figure is about a minute. So really hard. And we'll have a bunch of more people, I think, joining this week. So it will be very fun and very cool. And it's in our Discord server. You can check it out in the links below. Oh yeah, we have another thing going on as well on our Discord server. If you hop on to our school newsletter, you'll actually see a post where you can submit your Spider-Sona and get basically a free design review from the mentor of our visual development course. We'll also do it live, and it's gonna go here, but it's gonna have a bunch more advertising, so I think you won't miss it, even if you wanted to. So I think that'll be it for today. I'm very grateful that there are still people listening, and if there's someone who's watching this on a recording, oh my god, thank you so much. You know, looking at this live and like watching this recording, I feel these are 2 different experiences. But either way, thank you very much. I think I'll be finishing for today. Thank you for being on the 5 Minute Friday, and see you next week.